Welcome back into part 3, part thalatha of this Reading Arabic series. Shout out to my patrons. And on to our first sign, which says ممنوع الوقوف منعا باتا أمام البوابة. So mim, mim, nun, waw, ain. We've seen this before. ممنوع means prohibited, followed by الوقوف. This means the stopping. So stopping, prohibited. منعا Batan means strictly prohibited. So notice you've got a mim, nun, ain in this word here. They're not next to each other, but those are the roots. Mim, nun, ain. That's the verb to prevent or to prohibit or not allow something. So mana'a, mamnu' means prohibited, and mana'a means prohibited as well. So mana'an batan means strictly prohibited. This is the strictly. Amam, in front. El-bawaba. El-bawaba is like gates. So el-bab means the door or the gate. El-bawaba is like the gates. Into the mall now, and we've got Beverly Hills Polo Club. So let's just go through these letters. Ba, fa, ra, lam, ya, Beverly, ha, ya, lam, sin, hills, bolo, ba, wow, lam, wow, kaf, lam, wow, ba, bolo, club. Beverly Hills Polo Club. Another similar one. Look at this. Again, we've got this Persian V, which we've seen in, I think, part 2, in the last part. Victoria Secret. Victoria Secret. So they haven't put the S on. They've just said Victoria's Secret. Because I guess when you say it in English, you don't say Victoria's Secret. You just say Victoria's Secret. It kind of... This S joins that S and it all kind of goes together. So, Victoria's Secret. Here we've got the word Saydaliya. Now this is Arabic for pharmacy. So if you were looking at this thinking, oh, they've transliterated boots, I'm looking for a ba, wow, ta, sin. No, this is Saydaliya, which is the Arabic for pharmacy. So it's actually an actual Arabic word as opposed to just the Arabic script spelling out something written in English. I thought for a minute that was just an escalator, but if we go further in, we can see again this Persian V. Vision, v, jim, nun, express, express, vision, express, vision, express. Alif, ka, sa, ba, ra, sa. I think this is the last one in the mall now, and we've got ba, ya, mim, ba, alif, bimba, and, A-N-D, this is like and in English, alif, nun, del, lola, lam, wow, lam, alif, bimba and lola, bimba, e, lola, I guess that's the Spanish and their e, bimba, e, lola. Never heard of it, looks like they sell jackets and dresses. Slightly different, we have an advert here. Now what do you think it's advertising? Let's go in and read these first two lines. Yedden biyed el-waqaya min mard is-sukri. Now let's start from the end. Sukri, sukra, that means sugar. So this is something to do with sugar. Okay, so any clues? Not really yet. Mard means it's like an illness. So marid means you're ill. If you're ill, you say ana marid. So this is talking about some kind of sickness. So sugar sickness. Okay. Diabetes? Let's think about that. Min, from. So maybe we now go to the front. Yedden, so this is literally hand, biyed, so hand in hand. That's a good phrase by itself actually. Yedden biyed, hand in hand. Lil waqaya, we stop, we prevent, or not we, but to prevent. Waqaya means to prevent diabetes. Yedden biyed, lil waqaya min mard is-sukri, hand in hand to prevent diabetes. And the hashtag down here is ma'an lil waqaya min sukri. Now it turns out, if you didn't already know, that this sukri word right at the end does in itself mean diabetes. So you can kind of spot the sukra, something to do with sugar, and that in itself means diabetes. So together we can prevent brackets from diabetes. Here's a sign and you can guess what it means. Mintaqa tanzil kibar as-sin وذوي الاحتياجات الخاصة. So area of kind of sitting down or resting for old people. Kibar as-sin means old people or elderly people. وذوي, or people, like another word for people. ذوي is kind of just like people, basically. This word here, الاحتياجات, means needs. So if you say احتاج إلى, it means I need. يحتاج إلى, تحتاج إلى, he needs, she needs. This is needs. So الاحتياجات. الخاصة. الخاصة means special or specific. And I think we see that word again later. So منطقة تنزيل كبار السن وذوي الاحتياجات الخاصة. Slightly darker, and I put this one in the advanced class because it's a little bit more difficult to read, so it really tests your reading skills. So خفف السرعة أترك مسافة أمنة. خفف means to reduce or to lighten. خفيف means light. So خفف السرعة, the speed. أترك means leave. Again, it's an order. So أترك, يترك, I leave, he leaves. And then with the alif in front, again, أترك means leave. It's like a demand. Imperative form again. أترك, مسافة. مسافة is distance. And أمنة is like safe or secure or something like that. So أمنة. خفف السرعة أترك مسافة أمنة. مطعم ومخبز المحيط الأبيض الجديد. الجديد, the new. الأبيض, the white. المحيط, the ocean. مخبز, bakery. And مطعم, restaurant. So restaurant and bakery, ocean, white, new. New, white, oceanic restaurant. لا تستخدم الجوال إثناء القيادة. Now, إثناء, we had this in the last part 2. This means during. القيادة we've seen as well, which means driving. So something, something, something during driving. لا تستخدم. This is the verb to use, literally just to use. So استخدم, يستخدم. لا تستخدم. Do not, this is in the negation. لا تستخدم, you do not use. الجوال means phone or mobile. أثناء القيادة. Don't use the phone during driving. I saw this just alongside the Corniche in Doha, and I took a picture of it, and it says المصلى الثابت. This first word, المصلى, means a place of praying. It doesn't have to be a mosque or a church. It can just be a room, like a prayer room, or just a place that you go to pray. And then this adjective here, الثابت, this is meaning still. So this kind of means persistent or steady or stillness. So it's like a still place to pray, basically. مدخل سيارة الإطفاء أترك المجال خاليا. So مدخل, دخل is the verb to enter. مدخل is the place of entering, i.e. the entry. سيارة means car or vehicle. الإطفاء means to extinguish. So مدخل سيارة الإطفاء together means fire truck or fire engine entrance. أترك المجال خالية. Leave is that word again. أترك, leave. المجال means area. خاليا. So this means clear. خالي means empty or clear. So yeah, leave the entrance for the fire trucks / fire engines if you're British clear. If you'd like to ask me personally a question directly about Arabic or indeed English, then you can join me on patreon.com/Arabic Mike, and I'd be happy to help you out and answer all your questions there. And I really appreciate all the support from you guys on Patreon. Now back to the next one. I think just this one sign is a whole lesson in itself, but let's do the top and the bottom. So Sultanate Oman is the Sultanate of Oman. Notice how I pronounced the ta here. I didn't say Sultana Oman, I said Sultanate Oman. This tar mabut becomes a ta because it's using the adafa construct, which is when you've got something of something else. That's a whole topic in itself again, but I just wanted to mention that. Wizarat is siyaha. Wizara is ministry. Siyaha means tourism. And again, this is the Ministry of Tourism. Notice it's Sultanate of Oman, Ministry of Tourism. Sultanate Oman, Wizarat Is-Siyaha. So I'm pronouncing both these tar marbutas here as t's, t's, as actual t, not a, but t. Sultanate Oman, Wizarat Is-Siyaha. And then blah, 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 blah. Shukran ala ta'awunak. Ta'awun means cooperation. That's a word that comes up a lot if you watch news or media, Arabic kind of reports and things. So shukran ala ta'awunak. I think you know shukran. And ala ta'awunak, this means for your cooperation. خطر مياه عميقة يمنع منع باطن السباحة في الوادي. So خطر means danger, مياه means water, عميقة means deep, deep water, danger. يمنع, it's prohibited, strictly prohibited, منع and باطن, just like we saw in the slide right at the beginning. منع باطن السباحة, swimming في الوادي. Deep water, swimming is strictly prohibited in the wadi. This word here, السباحة, means swimming. قلعة نزوة. قلعة نزوة. Now they've actually written this as a ta. So قلعة means castle or fort. قلعة. And Nizwa is obviously the place, or the name of the area. And they've added the ta because it's the kind of the fort of Nizwa. So قلعة نزوة. يرجع وضعه. Now, these two first words here, يرجع وضعه, please put. يرجع means please, وضعه means put. الأحذية means shoes. في الأماكن المخصصة. أماكن means places. المخصصة means special or specific or specified. So يرجع وضع الأحذية في الأماكن المخصصة means please put shoes in the specified places. This is kind of interesting because there's nothing actually written about a shoe rack, so the English translation is quite different, but the sign literally says please put shoes in the designated specified special places. That concludes part 3. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this useful. If you did, let me know in the comments. I do read them, and please do share it with a friend who's learning Arabic or indeed English. I know a lot of you Arab guys and girls learn English on my channel, which is fantastic. So yeah, click like if you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you back on my channel very soon.